Hi students, today we will be doing with our bridge course 10 standard mathematics class. So this will be your last video of your bridge course because from next week onwards we will be starting with our 10 standard portions. Okay, so today we will see two topics. That is continuation of the last video itself. Today the first topic which I am going to teach is coordinate geometry. I am going to teach what are the quadrants in your graph sheet. And then we will be doing with our last part of statistics, that is mode. Okay, the first one, as I said, it is coordinate geometry. Okay, so now in coordinate geometry, let me draw a graph sheet. Now, this will be, consider this as your graph sheet plane. So I am making into 4 parts. See, 4 parts. Okay. This sleeping line is there. No. This sleeping line, that is your horizontal line, is your x-axis. Okay, this is your x-axis. Standing line, that is your vertical, it is your y-axis. Okay. So now, your x-axis, we have divided 2 columns, isn't it? 2. This is one part and this is one part. This will be your positive side. Okay. And this will be your negative side. Same way, your y-axis is also divided into 2 parts, right? So this will be your positive and this will be your negative. Okay. Now, x-axis also we have positive, negative. So x-axis positive, negative. Y-axis also positive, negative we have. The center one is 0. Okay. Now what here you have to understand is there are 4 quadrants. This is your first quadrant, second, third and fourth. Now this one we call this as 1, 2, 3, 4. We call this as what? 1, 2, 3 and 4. We call them as quadrants. What do we call? We call them as quadrants. Now the first quadrants, these two are the line standing and sleeping. What is it? It is both positive and positive. So what we tell? It is a plus quadrant. What we tell? Plus quadrant. Here again you see positive, negative. Positive into negative what? It is positive and negative quadrant. Here again negative and negative quadrant. Minus and minus. Here again plus and minus. So these are your 4 quadrants which you are supposed to know in your coordinate geometry. Again I will repeat: x-axis, y-axis. This half is positive, this half is negative. Again here it is positive and here it is negative. So how many quadrants do we have? 4 quadrants. First, second, third and fourth. So 4 quadrants. What are the values they have? Here positive, positive. Here positive, negative. Here negative, negative. Here positive and negative. So these are your quadrants which you are supposed to remember. When we do your graphs in your 10th standard, I will teach you how to plot the graph according to this quadrant and numbers. Did you get it? So whenever they give you a bracket of numbers, suppose 3, 2, always the first number represents your x quadrant and that is your x-axis, and the second number represents your y-axis. Okay, always remember when they give you 2 numbers to plot in the graph, the first number represents the x-axis, the second number represents the y-axis. So I hope you understood the basic of your coordinates. Now I will go into mode sum. Now in mode sum, first we will write the class interval and then I will teach you how to do it. Okay, I'm going to take only 4. So now, for this, I'm going to write your frequency values. Okay, so now, mode only we are going to do. So mode is what basically? Mode is your highly repeated value. So in this frequency column, which is your greater number? Always look for in your class interval table. If they give you to find out mode, you have to see the frequency table. This is your F column. In your F column, which is the greater number? In your F column, the greater number is number 5. So what you do is you circle it. You circle it. Now let me write the formula and then we will do the sum. So now mode is equals to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Now here what you are supposed to remember is the upper is 1, 0 number, lower is 1, 0, 2 number, 1, 0, 2. So remember, but all the alphabet is nothing but your F. So F1 minus F0, 2F1 minus F0 minus F2, L and H. Now let me aggregate what all of this and then we will substitute. Now L is nothing but your lower limit. L is what? L is nothing but your lower limit. Lower limit of this class is what? The starting number. That is what? That is 5. Lower limit is 5. Now H. H is what? Your class interval. Class interval is what? What is the difference between these 5 and 10? It is 5. And now F1, F0. First F0, F1, F2. Okay. Now F1 is this number. That is your 5. The same line. F0 is previous number. F2 is your below number. This is F0. This is F2. See here, 0, 1, 2. But where should be your 1? The line which you are circling. The class interval line which you are circling, that will be your F1 frequency. The previous number will be F0. The next number will be your F2. So what it is? F0 is 2. F1 is 5. F2 is 3. So now what are we going to do? We are going to substitute these values into the formula. Now let me substitute. So L is what? L is 5. 5 plus F1 is what? It is 5. And F2 is what? F0 is what? It is 2. Divided by 2 into F1 is 5 minus F2 is what? So F0 is 2 and F2 is 3. And H is what? 5. Now what I have done? I have substituted these values according to the formula. Now next step, what we will do? 5 plus. Now F5 minus 2 is how much? 3. So that 3 you write here. 2 into 5 is how much? 10. 2 minus n means what it is? 2 minus n you are supposed to add or subtract. You are going to add. But what you will put? You will put your greater number sign. Greater number is 3 and what is the sign there? Minus. 2 plus 3 is 5. 10 into 5. Now next step again. 5 plus 3. 5 minus 10 minus 5 is how much it is? Again 5. Then into 5. And one more thing children, you have to remember, always first finish off this bracket. Means you have to solve the bracket first. And then you have to multiply and then only you are supposed to add. Okay, sometimes what you will do, you will directly cancel 5 and 5, then you will add up this 5 and 3. That is wrong step. Always you have to finish this bracket. And then only you should multiply and then you are supposed to add. So now I will do the multiplication here. What is it? 3 divided by 5. 3 here and 5 here. So 3 is lesser than 5. What we are supposed to do? We have to put a dot. That is a point and add 0. 5 6 are 30. So how much you got? 0.6. Isn't it? You got what? 0.6. So now what you will do here? You will multiply that 0.6 into 5 and then you will add with 5. So first 5 plus 0.6 into 5. Now I am going to multiply 5 plus 5 6 are 30. 5 zeros are 0 plus 3. So it is 3. So 5.3.0 is nothing but 8.0. So mode is equals to 8.0. You might ask, ma'am, if I cancel also I will get the same answer. For this sum you have got the same answer. But if you do with certain other numbers, no, if you are not doing this and then directly cancelling with this multiplication sign, you will not get the correct answer. So remember, according to the BODMAS rule, first you have to finish within the bracket and then only you have to multiply and then add. But here if you cancel, you are getting the same 8 answer only. But for other sums, this will not work out. Okay, please make sure that you will finish the sum within the bracket first. Your addition, your multiplication and division, and then only you have to multiply and then you have to add. So I hope you understood your board sum. If you don't understand, kindly watch the video properly to understand and do the sums. If in that case also you didn't understand, you message me, I will clarify your doubts. Thank you children.